My name is Clara. I am an English teacher. I love my job, but something is wrong. My students do not speak English. They can read, they can write, but when they try to talk, they stop. They look scared. They say, "I don't know how." Every day I see the same problem. A student tries to answer in English, but then he switches to Spanish. Another student understands a question but cannot reply. I feel frustrated. They study a lot, but they do not use the language. One day, I sit in the teacher's lounge with my coffee. My friend, Mr. Davies, sits next to me. He looks tired. I ask, "What's wrong?" He sighs, "My students don't talk. They just memorize words." I nod. Same here. I take a deep breath and say, "We need to teach differently." Davies laughs. "Differently? The principal will never allow that." I bite my lip. He is right. Our school has strict rules. Students use books with long word lists. They do grammar exercises. They do not practice speaking. That night, I cannot sleep. My mind is full of questions. Why do students learn grammar but not conversation? Why do they know words but cannot ask for coffee in English? I sit up in bed. I need to try something new. But how? The next morning, I walk into my classroom with a plan. I smile at my students. Today, no books. They look at me confused. "No books?" a girl asks. I shake my head. "No books today. We talk." I write on the board, "At the airport." The students look at each other. "What do we do?" one asks. I say, "You are at an airport. You need to ask for your ticket. You need to go through security. You need to find your gate. Let's practice." A boy named Mateo raises his hand. "But teacher, we don't know the words." I smile. "Then we learn them. Repeat after me. Excuse me, where is my gate?" The class repeats. At first, they are shy, but then they get louder. For the first time, they are speaking. Not reading, not writing, speaking. I feel excited. Then the door opens. I freeze. The principal is there. He crosses his arms. I swallow. My heart beats fast. He steps inside. His face is serious. "What are you doing, Clara?" I try to stay calm. "I am teaching English." He shakes his head. "This is not in the book." The students are quiet. They look at me, waiting. My hands feel cold. I take a deep breath. What will I say? What will happen now? I stand in front of the class. The principal watches me. His arms are crossed. His face is serious. He steps closer. "Clara, where is the book?" I swallow. "Today we are practicing conversation." He raises an eyebrow. "Conversation?" He looks at the board. "At the airport?" He frowns. "This is not in the curriculum." I feel my stomach twist. But the students need to speak English. They memorize words, but they cannot talk. They need real situations. The principal shakes his head. "School has rules. Follow the book. Do the exercises." I hear a small voice. "But we like this teacher." It is Lily, the shyest girl. She never speaks. Now she looks at the principal with big eyes. He sighs. "Clara, come to my office after class." Then he turns and walks out. The door closes. Silence. Then a voice. "Teacher, are you in trouble?" I force a smile. "No, don't worry. Let's continue." The students look at each other. Slowly, they smile. We continue the lesson. "Excuse me, where is my gate?" Your flight is at gate 12A. Their voices grow stronger. I feel hope, but I am also afraid. The bell rings. Class is over. I take a deep breath and walk to the principal's office. Inside, he sits at his desk. He points to the chair. Sit. I sit. My hands are cold. He looks at me. I understand your passion, but this school has rules. We use books. We follow the program. I nod, but inside I want to scream. But the books don't help them speak. He sighs. It is not your decision. You must teach the way we tell you. I feel my heart beat fast. I cannot. He frowns. What? I swallow. My voice shakes. I cannot teach like this. It does not work. My students are learning more today than in 3 months. They are speaking. He looks at me for a long moment. Then he leans back. You are taking a big risk, Clara. I nod. I know. He taps his fingers on the desk. If you continue, there may be consequences. I hold my breath. What kind of consequences? He does not answer. He stands up. Go home, Clara. Think about what you are doing. I stand. My legs feel weak. I walk to the door. Before I leave, I turn to him. I already know my answer. He does not respond. I step out of the office. My heart races. My mind spins. What will happen next? The next morning, I walk into my classroom. My hands shake. What if the principal watches? What if I lose my job? But then I see my students. They are waiting. Their eyes are full of excitement. Lily smiles. Teacher, today we practice again? I look at the door. No one is there. I take a deep breath. Yes, today we practice again. I write on the board. At the hotel. The students whisper. They are excited. I turn to Mateo. You are a tourist. You arrive at a hotel. You need a room. Mateo stands nervously. Hello? I need a room. I nod. Good. Now let's use shadowing. I say the sentence again, slowly. Hello. I need a room. Mateo listens. Then he repeats. Hello. I need a room. His voice is stronger. I smile. Great. Now try again. Say it with confidence. Mateo stands tall. Hello. I need a room. The class claps. He smiles. They are learning. They are speaking. Next, I give them a listening exercise. Now, listen to this conversation. I play an audio clip of a hotel check-in. The students listen. I pause. What did the receptionist say? Lily raises her hand. She said, Do you have a reservation? I nod. Yes, now read out loud. I give them a short dialogue. 2 students read. Their voices are shaky at first, but with each sentence they get stronger. Then we move to immersion. I point to the door. From now on, only English. You are in a hotel. No Spanish. The students look at each other. Some are nervous. Lily smiles. Okay, teacher. She turns to Mateo. Hello. Do you have a reservation? Mateo hesitates. Then he takes a deep breath. Yes, for 3 nights. The class claps. I feel excited. They are really speaking English. Then the door opens. I freeze. It is Davies, my friend. He looks around, frowning. Clara, what are you doing? I swallow. Teaching English. He steps closer. You are not using the book. I cross my arms. No, I am not. He looks at the students. They are watching us. Then he shakes his head. You are brave, Clara, but this is risky. I lower my voice. They are learning, Davies. Look at them. Davies looks at the class. The students are excited. They want to talk. They are not scared. He sighs. Then he does something surprising. He steps forward. Okay, I will try. The class gasps. I blink. What? He smiles. I want to see if your way works. He turns to Mateo. I am the hotel receptionist. Good evening. How can I help you? Mateo's eyes widen. Then he takes a deep breath. Hello. I need a room. Davies nods. For how many nights? I whisper 3 nights. Mateo repeats. For 3 nights. Davies grins. Very good. The class cheer. I feel my heart race. Davies helps me. Maybe I am not alone. Then the door opens again. It is the principal. He looks at Davies, then me, then the students. No one moves. He steps in, looks at the board, reads at the hotel. Then he looks at the students. What is this? Silence. Lily raises her hand. She stands up. Her voice is small but clear. This is English, sir. The room is still. The principal's face does not change. Come to my office. Now. My stomach drops. What will happen now? I gather my things. Lily puts her hand on my arm. Teacher, she says I want to learn like this. Please don't stop. I smile, but I am scared. I walk to the principal's office. My heart pounds. We enter. He sits at his desk. Fingers tap slowly. Clara, I told you to follow the book. His voice is calm. I take a deep breath. Sir, the book is not enough. The students need to speak English. They need real situations. He leans back. And you think your way is better? I hesitate, then nod. Yes.
The principal sighs. Do you know how many teachers have tried to change the system? And do you know what happened to them? I shake my head. He looks at me. They are no longer here. A cold feeling spreads through my chest. Is he saying I will lose my job? Before I can speak, there is a knock at the door. The principal frowns. Come in. The door opens, and to my surprise, Davies walks in. He looks serious. Sir, I need to say something. The principal raises an eyebrow. Davies, this is private. Davies nods. Yes, but I was in Clara's class today, and I saw something important. He looks at me, then at the principal. The students were speaking English. The principal stays quiet. Davies continues. Not just reading, not just memorizing, speaking. They were confident. They were learning in a way I have never seen before. The principal looks at him, then at me. So now you are part of this too? Davies nods. Yes. For a moment, no one speaks. Then the principal stands. He walks to the window, hands behind his back. This school has used the same method for years, he says slowly. We have rules for a reason. He turns. But I cannot ignore results. My breath catches. What do you mean? He walks back to his desk. I will watch one more class. If I see real progress, I will think about it. He narrows his eyes. But if I don't, you go back to the book. My hands are trembling. This is my chance, but it is also my test. The next morning, I stand in front of my class. My hands are cold. My heart races. The principal is watching. If I fail, I lose my chance. I glance at the door. He is there, arms crossed. Davies is next to him. The students look at me, waiting. I force a smile. Good morning, class. Good morning, teacher, they say, louder than usual. They know today is important. I take a deep breath and write on the board, at the restaurant. The students whisper. They are excited. I turn to them. Today, you will go to a restaurant. You will order food. You will ask for the check. You will speak English. Mateo raises his hand. Teacher, what if we make mistakes? I smile. Mistakes are good. Mistakes help us learn. I set up the activity. Lily is the waitress. Mateo is the customer. The class watches as they start. Lily: "Hello, welcome. Can I take your order?" Mateo hesitates. He looks nervous. I hold my breath. "Come on, Mateo." He swallows, then says, "Yes, I want a hamburger and orange juice." The class claps. I hear a small laugh. I turn. The principal is smiling. Then something happens. The principal steps forward. I freeze. He looks at the students. Then he does something surprising. He pulls a chair and sits down. He clears his throat. "Excuse me, waitress," he says, looking at Lily. "Can I see the menu?" The room is silent. The students stare at him, eyes wide. Is this real? Is he playing the game? Lily blinks. She looks at me. I nod. She takes a deep breath. "Yes, sir. Here is the menu." The principal pretends to read it. What do you recommend?" Lily looks at the board, searching for words. Then she smiles. "The pizza is very good." The students gasp. Lily is speaking English to the principal. The principal nods. "Okay, I will have the pizza and a soda." Lily writes it down. 1 pizza, 1 soda. Anything else? The principal shakes his head. "That's all. Thank you." The students whisper excitedly. I hold my breath. What is happening? Then the principal stands. He looks at me. My heart stops. "Clara," he says, "come to my office." I swallow. I nod. As I walk out, every student watches me. Davies gives a small nod. I follow the principal down the hall. My mind is spinning. Was that good? Was that bad? We enter his office. He closes the door. He looks at me and then smiles. "Clara," he says, "we need to talk." "But about what?" I stand in his office. My hands are shaking. He sits at his desk and looks at me. Is this the end? Will he fire me? He leans forward. "Clara," he says slowly, "do you know how long I have worked at this school?" I shake my head. 25 years, he sighs. For 25 years, we used the same method. Books, grammar exercises, vocabulary lists. He pauses. And for 25 years, students left school unable to speak English. My heart skips. "Sir?" He looks straight at me. Today, I saw something different. I saw students speaking. I saw confidence. I saw learning. I hold my breath. What is he saying? The principal sighs and leans back. "Clara, I am not an easy man to convince. But today, you convince me." I blink. "I did?" He nods. "Yes, your method works." The students were engaged. They were thinking. They were using the language, not just memorizing. A rush of relief fills me. I can hardly believe it. Then he becomes serious again. "But," he says, raising a finger, "this does not mean you can do anything you want. You must have structure. You must have a plan." I nod quickly. "Of course, sir. I will prepare activities. I will make sure the students learn all the important vocabulary and grammar." He is silent for a moment, then nods. "All right. You have my permission to continue." I feel I can finally breathe. "Thank you, sir. Thank you so much." He waves a hand. "Don't thank me yet. This is an experiment. If students improve, we will talk about changing the method for all classes. If not, we go back to the book." I smile. "They will improve, sir. I promise." He watches me, then nods. "Go back to class, Clara. Do your job." I leave the office, my heart racing, not from fear, but excitement. As I walk back, I see Davies waiting in the hallway. He raises an eyebrow. Well, I grin. We did it! Davies breathes out. Seriously? I nod. Seriously. He shakes his head, smiling. I can't believe it! I push open the classroom door. The students jump up. Teacher, what happened? I laugh. We won! They cheer. Lily claps. Mateo pumps his fist. I walk to the board and write 2 big words. Let's talk. I turn to them. All right, class. Today we go to the airport. They laugh. They are excited. They are ready. And for the first time, I know they are really learning English. As I sit at my desk after class, I take a deep breath. Today was a victory, but not just mine. It was theirs. I think about Lily, who was too shy to speak, but ordered food in English today. I think about Mateo, who once said, I don't know how, but now speaks with confidence. I think about Davies, who doubted me at first, but became my biggest supporter. And I think about myself. I was afraid. I almost gave up. I almost followed the rules even when I knew they were wrong. But learning is not about fear. It is not about rules. It is about using the language, making mistakes, trying again. I smile. Teaching is not about books. It is about opening doors. I stand and look at the empty classroom. Today, I opened a door for my students. Now they are ready to walk through it.